So one of the benefits of owning a big property is we have a lot of woods, gives us a nice place to come and reflect and think, and that's exactly what we're going to do in today's video. We're going to look back at our 2 years on YouTube, give us some of our experiences, our thoughts, and some of our goals and things we're looking forward to for the coming year. So we ended up moving into Clara's treehouse. So it was a little too windy outside, and we didn't want to have the background wind ruin the quality of the sound of the video. So I'm going to try to talk quiet because I tend to talk too loud.
And it's pretty echoey in here.
So let's start off with the beginning. When did we start the channel?
We started January 3rd of 2021.
Yeah, so 2 years ago. And a lot of you probably don't realize this, but my mother was diagnosed with an aggressive form of brain cancer back in April of 2020. And I think a big part of the reason subconsciously was for me to kind of have an outlet to keep my mind occupied and get my mind off of that, tragic thing that was happening that, really affected us, the whole family, in a negative way. It was really hard to go through seeing your mother suffer like that. And like I said, I think starting the channel kind of gave me an outlet, and also maybe gave me a little bit of hope that we could do some videos with her before she got too sick, that we could have those memories on film for forever. But unfortunately that didn't end up happening. She didn't really want to be on camera. She got sick, fairly quickly. Like I said, it was an aggressive form of cancer, so.
But she did end up watching quite a few of our videos.
Yeah,
she was one of our biggest fans. She really enjoyed watching them, and she loved the channel, so I'm glad that she got to.
Yeah, honestly, out of our whole family, she was probably the biggest supporter of the channel. And I mentioned that a little bit in my Mother's Day video I did with my purple hand truck, or dolly, whatever you want to call it. So she was actually, a very big fan of the channel. But to go on to a little more positive news. So we started the channel. We really didn't have any direction that we were planning on going. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing. I think Clara actually brought up the idea. It was right around New Year's, and she said, hey, we should start a YouTube channel. So we ended up starting it. We really had no idea. I knew I've always been an outdoors person. I've always burnt firewood. I've always been into tractors. So I thought that would be a natural thing to get into, for a lot of the video ideas and the basis of the channel. So I came up with the name Build a Lot Acres because I've been involved in the building trades my whole life. I still am involved in the building trades since I was 10 years old. My father had a construction company, and here I am, roughly 40. I just turned 39 actually. Today is January 1st. This video will come out in 2 days, which will be on our 2-year anniversary. So I've been in construction for 30 years, give or take. I've been everything from a builder to a building inspector, building commissioner, which is what I currently do. For anyone maybe has ever been curious what I do for a living, I'm a building commissioner, which means I inspect, residential buildings, commercial buildings, and that's my full-time job, which is another thing I think we should get into. Is this is a hobby at this point.
And it's a lot of work. We put, especially my dad, he puts in a lot of hours towards YouTube, and it's something that we enjoy. It's something that we're happy to do, and we just love to share what we're doing anyway, and people who also enjoy that sort of thing.
Yeah. So like I said, it started off as kind of more of a hobbyist thing. I really didn't have any intentions of it getting to any particular size. I had no preconceived notions of how it would go. I had no idea what to expect. And our first videos were pretty bad.
They weren't the worst videos out there, but they weren't good.
Yeah, so we used a free software. It was called KindMaster, and it has the logo. If you watch some of our first 5 to 10 videos, you'll see the KindMaster logo in the corner of the screen. That was the name of the editing software, and it was very limited what you could do. And I actually ended up getting a brand new iPhone, which is what I'm filming on right now. And every single video that you've watched of Build a Lot Acres has been filmed and edited on an Apple iPhone. So I don't use GoPros or cameras. I don't even edit on a computer. I actually do all my editing on my phone. And after we stopped using KineMaster, once we got the phone, it came with iMovie, which is a
which all Apples do.
editing software, and it is limited. I would like to get a different one down the road, but it's worked for now.
We've developed kind of styles of editing and things that we do while we're editing that just kind of make it more us.
Yeah, I mean, I think the camera quality on the Apple iPhone is pretty good. Like I said, I think the editing software leaves a little bit to be desired, but I'm not, you know, a super tech kind of a guy. I can do it. Clara actually taught me how to edit. She was the one who edited quite a few of the first videos, and then I learned how to do it, and I do most of the editing now, and I feel like I've gotten a lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I have room to improve, which I think, you know, that should be anyone's goal, is to always get better no matter what it is you're doing in life, no matter what goal it is, if it's your job, you know, being a good person, a good father, a good, you know, anything. I think you should always strive to be better than you were before. So going back to YouTube, so I kind of had a conflict, you know. I saw a lot of these other channels that were much more niche than our channel. What I mean by that is, you know, just for take an example, firewood is one of the things that we do. We do a lot of videos on firewood, but I would not say we are a firewood channel.
We do videos on tractors. We used to do a couple videos on like our chickens and stuff like that, but we've kind of strayed away from that. Now we mostly do tractors, firewood, and just property maintenance.
Yeah. A lot of building projects, milling.
Yeah.
So I saw a lot of these channels that were much more niche. So every video was firewood, firewood, firewood. But I personally didn't want to go that route because I feel like I would get bored doing one thing every video. I feel like the viewers might get bored, although channels that do one thing every video do tend to do well. But I wanted to have a bigger variety. Let me know in the comments if you like the variety of things we do, if you think we do too much stuff. But my other thought was kind of that you might catch some people for the firewood stuff, some people for the tractor stuff, some people for the building stuff.
Milling.
So although you might not get a video of what you like every time we do a video, you might get one every third video or every fourth video. So I felt like I could reach a larger audience doing a wider variety of things. And I also can do a lot of different things. I can do welding, carpentry, you know, firewood stuff. I can do building things. So I feel like I have a wide array of skills that I want to showcase and be able to maybe teach, you know, different people that are watching some of that stuff. And that's kind of the goal of the channel, is educational. We do throw humor in when we can, but the basis of our videos is really teaching, educational, you know, informative content.
The other thing that's nice about doing multiple things is, since he has multiple kids, Brett is much more knowledgeable and enjoys working with tractors much more than I do, and I enjoy more milling and firewood, so that we can do those two separate things and each have something to do with him is really nice. So that's another advantage to that.
Yeah. So let me know in the comments. Like I said, do you think you'd prefer a niche? Am I saying that right? Niche? If you would prefer a niche channel that does one thing pretty much every video, or do you like channels that kind of have a wider variety of things they do? You know, I think a channel that has a wider variety has a potential to reach more people with more interest instead of a smaller group. So I think you have a potential to become a larger channel in the long run. Although I think niche channels probably grow quicker at first, which is the next thing I wanted to get into, was that growth. As of this video, we're at 2,109 subscribers, so 2,109. We have, I think, 269 videos and just over 500,000 total channel views. So if you're a YouTuber and you're small and you're starting out and you're discouraged and you feel like you're not gaining traction,
just wait it out.
Yeah, I would say wait it out, and the best advice I can give is don't compare yourself to other channels.
Every channel's different.
There's always going to be channels that are going to grow quicker, and there's also going to be channels that are going to grow slower. Everyone grows at their own rate. They have their own unique personality and their own editing style and their own, you know, subscriber base. So I've been guilty of that myself. I've looked at other YouTubers that are going, blowing by me in terms of subscribers and views, and it's easy to get discouraged because until you get monetized, which means you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, you don't get paid by YouTube, you're not monetized. So the first 13 months we did YouTube, we didn't make a dime, although I certainly spent money between, equipment for the phone, different projects, not to mention the time. I probably averaged, maybe 15 or 20 hours a week, I would say.
Which is a lot on top of a
On top of my full-time job, which I work an hour away from my house. So, I mean, it's definitely a lot. So I would say, like I said, if you're discouraged and you're starting out, hang in there. God has a plan for all of us. And
just find your rhythm.
Yeah, just find what you enjoy. You have to enjoy what you do. I really enjoy YouTube. And, it started off as a hobby, but I'm starting to kind of hope that someday, with God's grace, that it could become a full-time job for me, and I could end up doing videos around property and different things I enjoy and make enough off of YouTube to pay my bills. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I sure hope it does, but there's a lot of factors, so at this point, I'm not even close to that. I'm just doing it as a hobby still, but we really do enjoy it. So let's get into kind of some of our goals and our hopes for the next year and even after that.
Something that I've been, just like today, a little bit trying to do is up our other social medias to kind of gain more views and subscribers for YouTube. So we have a TikTok, we have an Instagram, and we have Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And in those bios on those social media platforms is the link to our YouTube. So hopefully that'll get us a little bit more, and we're just gonna kind of up our game with those platforms, trying to increase our subscriber count or views.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult because every platform, is kind of structured differently. It has a different style. So I tend to do the YouTube and the Facebook stuff, and then I'm gonna have Clara here, the younger person, trying to do more of the TikTok and the Instagram, because I don't even understand TikTok, honestly, at this point. Hopefully I'll learn in the future. But like I said, we built up to 2,100 roughly subscribers, 269 videos, 500,000 views. I haven't put numbers out there in the last 2 years, even like mentally to myself. I don't know what to expect, but I'm gonna put one out there because I believe that you should put out into the universe what you want and what you hope for, and then work for it. So I'm gonna put out that I'm hoping to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2023.
And yes, we realize that that's a hefty goal. It's gonna require a lot of work, and it's gonna be hard to achieve, but if you really put your mind to it, and if you really work really hard for it, then I think we can get there or close to there.
So if you guys can help us with that goal, if you aren't subscribed and you enjoy our content, please subscribe, tell your family and friends that you think might enjoy this content. If you want to share any of our links anywhere in social media, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. But that's my goal as far as subscriber count, is to be at 10,000 subs. And as far as content, obviously I want to put out the best quality content. So I think I'm going to focus more on quality of content rather than getting videos out there, because I've had different upload schedules. In the last 2 years, I've done 1 video a week, 2 a week.
Every other day for a brief time.
For several months, I was doing every other day, which my goal was I figured more videos would be more chances of people seeing us, getting bigger quicker, reaching the audience quicker. And honestly, it just got to be too much filming every other day and releasing videos, because my videos tend to be, longer. The unedited footage of a 15-minute video that you see could be as much as a day or 2 of filming. So to do that every other day while working a full-time job just wasn't feasible. I did do it for, I think it was like 3 months or so, but I think I'm gonna be reeling back to 1 to 2 a week, depending on the time of year, what else I have going on. I think that's a reasonable goal, and I wanna focus on quality of content, and I really wanna get better at editing. Probably gonna end up getting some better software to edit with, and hopefully, gives you guys a better experience watching the video at the end of the day. Because that's what our goal is, to bring you informative content and also quality content which also means looking good, sounding good.
Quality over quantity.
Mm.
So I think that, like you said, we're probably going to be doing like 2 videos a week. One's probably going to be a sit-down video that we're talking, kind of like this, and then one will be a video where it's more action, I guess, like milling, firewood, tractors, like etc. Anything like that. So that's what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you guys are going to see a lot of the same equipment you've been seeing. You're going to see more super splitter videos. You're going to be seeing more woodland mill, sawmill videos, you know, projects, coyote, tractor work. You know, that stuff's kind of the staple. I feel like the cornerstones of the channel. That's what a lot of our videos are based around. But we're going to have a few surprises for you coming down the road too.
Yep.
So I know today's video is a little more personal, a little more, you know, background information that you probably didn't know. You know, some of the people that personally know us knew a lot of this information, but a lot of you didn't. And I also wanted to say thank you to all of the people that have been watching us, and you keep coming back. You really keep us motivated to keep going, and it means a lot to us to have people take time out of their day to watch our videos, to like and, you know, comment and give us a like and share us, and, you know, it really makes us feel good.
Yeah. You like looking at the numbers.
Yeah, anyone that's watching has a YouTube channel knows exactly what Clara means. I think the first thing I do a lot of days when I wake up is look at my analytics, see how my videos are performing, because if you don't track that kind of data,
then you won't know how to improve.
You don't know where to improve, how to improve, if you need to improve. So hopefully we can improve, we can continue to get better and grow, and you guys enjoy our new content for the next year and thereafter. Hope you enjoyed today's video.
And have a great rest of your